Good morning, Robert. Joe Aguilar. It's 8 o'clock Central Standard. I think that means it's either 6 or 7 your time. Just a quick review. I will be making an adjustment. I was going to let you have the weekend to get some of that traffic, but this is clicks. So since the 13th, when it finally went live, it was a little bit of a booger to get yours launched, more than anyone I've ever done that I could recall. But August 13th, it went live, 131 clicks. That means they actually clicked the link to the website. So this is something good to measure here, how many converted on that website based on its setup. And I'll give you an example in a moment. You've had 6,500 plus people see your ads in the matter of half a month, which is really great. This was higher previously, but it's dropped a little bit, so it's always going to go up and down. And we'll look at a couple things to see what that is. And this is on the expensive side, but when I look at the insurance industry, you're running about industry average. We can switch it to instead of paying per click, we can pay for something called conversion. You can see that recently these new words appeared in Google searches. So when people were looking for calculator, cover, policy, Safeco, owner's insurance, Ameriprise. So you're in the right hunt. Ad groups, you can see, which ones are doing you the best thing. So the home insurance, more than coverage, competitors, branded, low rates. Really, these two groups out of the handful of groups that we were running are the ones that are doing all the work, right? You can see here searches that people did that they found you, and of course, State Farm, Progressive, sorry, these little pop-ups come up. Allstate, mobile home insurance, right? AAA. So a lot of the right searches are coming in, and we can see that the keywords specifically homeowner insurance and homeowners insurance seem to be the two most prevalent. House insurance. There's a couple more in here that were pretty interesting, like best house insurance companies. That was a one click at $20, so it's kind of expensive. I do have a max bid at $20, but that's because of the daily budget that was given. So that one click was 50%, which is usually, miraculously high. But those onesies kind of help because you do have some that are in the low ones, but you see some of these that are that do pretty good. This homeowner's insurance was at 5%, but because it was a duplicate, we had to neg it out, right? So there was some duplications in all those keywords you had. Then there's a lot of stuff that's not even being clicked, but that's okay. That's just what we're doing is we're trying to build some history so we can better line it in. And with 2 weeks, it's hard, but we're good enough that we can make that happen. You can see your ads, which one's doing better. This is a 3% click-through rate, 83 clicks to the site, 2,000 impressions. That's the one that says best insurance coverage, great rates. And that's some of my writing that I did to kind of make it pop. Homeowners insurance made simple was your second best, 30 clicks, only 1.14 click-through. And then this one, start saving today, right? Online quotes available. That one right there did really good on click-through, but the click amount was pretty low. But that's okay. It's picking up audience. Then everything else kind of goes down from there, down to less than 1%, and some had no activity of the remaining 10 ads that are actually active. Okay. Landing page, we know is that your phone number is the phone number to the agency. So here we know that there was exactly 117 clicks on that direct connection to the site. Here's your auction insights. This tells you quite a bit of how you're ranking out there. So there's Amica coverage. You can see they just to give you an example. There, I can't move the cursor there, but you could read the little panel. 5.3 is the position. You want to be in the top three. You don't always want to pay for number one because that's exorbitant. But if you can always be in mid twos, above three, then people will always see your ad first. You can see travelers. A lot of people are in that 3 to 4 range. Allstate. Look right here is Farmers. They're 3.6 with their big old budget, right? Progressive 4.0. EverQuote, right? Lemonade.com, which I would have never thought they did insurance, but they do. Western Mutual. So there's a lot of your competition. So you're in this segment up here. You're garnishing more impressions, more people are seeing your ad. That's what we want to do. We want to kick it out high, and then we'll start to tone it in and make it more relative. We're going to try to stay in the position we're in, but you can see Consumers Advocate is up there, obviously, because of people with insurance. Then you have MyHippo, and then you got Quote Wizard. Quote Wizard is knocking it pretty hard, and they're owned by, this show you, can show you, Quote Wizard's owned by LendingTree. They do auto home renters. They're pretty heavy in your space and in that arena of California. But look how sweet and easy that sucker is. And then they offer everybody, including your company, right? So that also drives the cost of per click up for anybody in the insurance space, because you have third-party companies that are offering the same coverage you have, and we're all competing for the same consumer. That just gives you an idea. It makes it difficult to regulate some of the spends, or maybe what an entry-level spend might be. You know, $1,000, $2,000 is going to get you some activity, but it's probably not going to get you what you thought, because you are having to pay to play in a space that's being double or triple occupied, is what we call it. Here's you right here. You're ranking 2.6, 80% top of the page. Exactly what we want. Impression share is about 45%. I don't need everybody seeing my ad. I just need people searching for insurance seeing my ad, and you're about half the time seeing that. But the whole point is, on the searches, you're at 2.5. So you know, you always got those top 3 paid ads, sometimes 4. Then, you know, the video boxes or pictures, and then there's the organic that's underneath it. So when you look at that, you know, you're outdoing your own company, Farmers, right? Bigger impression share that they have. Their impression share is lower than yours. The top of page is 60%, right? But the whole problem with them is they have a broader band, so they don't need to be at top of the page. But here's the cool point: they spend millions of dollars on commercials, so they're well known branded wise. So you're well known branded wise tied to Farmers. So really, Farmers spend is not against you; it's helping you. These guys that are right here next to you, their spends are costing you to stay, you know, in a relevant area. So just to give you an idea. You can see the genders, you can see the age group. Your bigger target's 25 to 45, and then it tapers off in the 50 to 60 range. I did it to 25 and above. I didn't select 18-year-olds for homeowners. And then you can see during the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right, the week, you can see the concentration of the days of the hours, right, is, you know, from about 9 o'clock, heavy at lunchtime, obviously, and then a little bit in the afternoon. You do have activity at early morning and at night, but it's nowhere near the highest points of activity, which is middle of the day and looks like middle of the week. Don't look, there's a lot of people searching for insurance on the weekend. Monday through Thursday seem to be your hottest time. That's good intel, right? So this gives you an idea of, you know, what we're capable of doing, and I love doing this. I love when this was higher. It was running 3s and 4s, but you know, a day or two can change that dramatically. So you always have to look at it in a month or two span. And I know time and money is important. Good news is you're getting clicks already and you're getting conversions to the site, but this will also challenge the conversion ability of the site itself, right? It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy, right? We know that, but sometimes what we think would work may not actually convert the traffic that's coming. So those are challenges. Because I mean, look how sweet this is. Zip code and get a quote. I mean, it don't matter, does it? Look at that. That's pretty powerful. So if I'm a consumer, and then when I look at this on mobile, the way it's condensed is pretty clean and easy to click. So those are things that are important to the site design. Besides making something look pretty, what does a physical activity for engagement look like? And if it's easy, high, and pretty slick with good power behind it, the conversion rate's higher. But you're still outperforming these guys, but it doesn't mean they're not getting some of the clicks that you could have got, or you know what I mean? Or doesn't mean that they're not comparing you to whatever they're offering, and guess what it's going to be? Your parent company. So that's kind of dirty pool, you know. I mean, for any of these guys. But anyway, that's just the nature of the beast. Congratulations, your campaign's doing well. I'm going to switch this to conversions, that we only pay for conversions instead of click. So those that are actually converting on the site. Out of 131 clicks to the site, we know that 117 engaged in that site there. There is analytics. It's horrible to look at right now because analytics usually takes 4 to 6 weeks to compile good data to even make sense. So we're just 2 weeks in, brother. Less than 2 weeks in, but we're getting this kind of performance. And what's interesting is, if you look at prior performance years ago, I mean, there was absolutely like no activity at all, which I found interesting. But we don't typically have that problem. There was a few issues with your campaign setup, the account being canceled, and reactivating it, and then getting past some issues. But we're off and running, and we're just looking for a little bit more data to give us a better insight on the tune-ups that will come that'll actually get this leaner and meaner, cost down as best as possible, but get you to a conversion rate that would make this make more sense, right? Anyway, appreciate it. Hopefully the girls are getting calls, or you're getting leads, or a combination thereof. Thanks a lot.